Hello, let's start today's lesson. So today's first character is 赌. 赌 means earnest, sincere. Okay. And also sometimes referring to sickness. That means serious sickness or critical sickness. Okay. But that usage is, I think it's rare in modern Chinese, but so mostly it's the first two meanings, earnest and sincere. Okay. And also, another meaning is a person who is stable and calm. Okay. It's called like 笃定, okay? And also means like single-minded, very focused. It's called 笃. All right, so let's take a look at the character itself. So this one goes with the bamboo radical and the horse underneath. Okay, and so this one, it's I think this is trying to say here is what it's trying to say here is like the horse is walking under the bamboo. Okay, and I don't know that in some area of China there's lots of bamboos, kind of bamboo forest. Okay. And in that usually has those small passages. Okay, so the horse is in there and they walk slowly and steadily. Okay, so this is trying to say, that kind of characteristics. Okay, which is stable, slow but surely. Okay, and also like from that they extended to referring to the person's focus and single-mindedness, right? And sincere, serious, okay? All that meanings come from that. This is 赌. Next one, 录. Now, 录 means record, okay? Record. 录音, like 录音, that means record audio, okay? 录像 means record video. Copy. Copy is also like 记录 employ 录用 录用 for example 录用 that means you employ a person, okay, hire a person or employ a person. And 记录 that means write it down, it's called 记录, okay. So these are all these meanings. Right, let's take a look at the character itself. So this one, now this loop, okay, if you look at it, what this thing looks like is actually a one of those things they put on a well, right? There's a bucket and there's a rope, and then there's some kind of thing to roll it up to get water, right? So that the original Oracle Bone character is actually a picture of that. Okay, a picture of that. Now this is this thing, and so this, because you are getting water, right? So that thing is getting water. So the meaning, the focus is on getting it. Okay, and that's why where the recording comes from. Recording, write it down. Okay, those meanings coming from that. And like a 录用, like hire or employ a person, it's also in a way is getting it, right? Getting the person. Okay, for my purpose, right? Okay, so this is 录. Next one, 胜. Now 胜 means very much, okay, more than, extremely, So this is trying to say that is try to express a condition that is more than the usual. Okay, 甚 and another meaning is sometimes they use the as a y. Okay, as a y. All right, like what and why used in 什么. Okay, but that thing is nowadays usually used with a different character. So and but you guys should remember that this is like extremely, more than, much. Okay, that's what you need to remember. Okay, let's take a look at the character. So this one you can see that the oracle bone means that that you can see what the thing looks like. Okay, and on the top is the character. That thing is called gan. Okay, this part. This means sweet stuff. Okay, sweet stuff. And underneath looks like a ladle has something in it. Okay, now what this means is that on top is already a sweet things again, so which means the person already having those. Okay, but he wants more, and there's more in the ladle. So in this way, they use a picture to express an abstract idea, which is more or overdue or extreme, that kind of meaning. Okay, 甚. Next one, 很. Now 很 is very. Okay, this is pretty much very straightforward. It's just like an English very. Okay, you added this thing before the adjective. Okay, before an adjective, and make that adjective more. Okay, so very. Okay, let's see character. So this one, okay, this one, the left hand side is the passage radical. Okay, row radical, and on the right hand side is 梗. Now 梗 has the meaning 梗 has the meaning of staring at a person who's staring at each other. So 梗, the character is a person, but got a huge eye on top. So this is actually emphasized that the person who is the eyes like really big, wide, and stare at the other person, which means that probably the people who have conflicts and they're not back down. Okay, either one, they're not backing down, and so this means that not following, not obeying, that basically the two people are in conflict. Okay, and using that, and they put a walking radical, which is road radical, together. And so in this way, they're trying to say is that the way going has some intensity, has some stress in it. Okay, just like two people are not agreeing with each other. Okay, so in this way, they're trying to express an abstract idea of this is more than the normal condition. Okay, got it? So this is a 很. Next one, 文. Now 文 means disorderly or confused. Disorderly or confused. Okay, a common word is 紊乱. 紊乱. And 有条不紊, that means orderly. Okay, not confused or not in disorder. Okay, 紊乱 means disorder. Okay, so 文. Let's take a look at that character. So this one, you can see that the oracle bone character on top there's a wen. That's the character of wen, and the bottom is the radical that represented the silk. Okay, silk strand. And now remember the silk strand. That's the thing that's very easily get messed up. Okay, gets entangled. All right, and so wen, the top part of course is representing the sound of the character. Okay, and so they use the thing which is the silk strand, which is something that is extremely easy to get entangled, to represent the abstract meaning of disorder. Okay, so this is wen. 奏 奏 means achieve, means play music, like 奏乐. 奏乐 means play music. Okay, achieve 奏效, like achieve 奏效, that means you achieved effect. Okay, and also in ancient times, this is also means that present a memorial to an emperor, or present some kind of request, or some kind of memoir, not memoir, some kind of memo to the emperor. Okay, it's called 奏. Now, yeah, so that's the meaning. Let's take a look at the characters. So this one, you can see that this character is on top. There's a little tiny plants, like a baby plants. Okay, and then there are two hands, right? There are two hands, and then there are two hands, and the bottom is a person. Okay, it's a person, like a standing person. Okay, and so a standing person. So this is they're trying to say, is to is that you present a gift, you present a thing to give it to the superior. Okay, that's the original meaning, all right, of this character. All right, next one. 无 means overgrown with weeds. Okay, overgrown with weeds, called 无, called 无. Now, but it also means of writings. If you kind of like a very messy writing, that the writing is, the ideas go all over the place and the logic is messy, they will use that character to describe those kind of writing as well. Okay, and so, but the original meaning is overgrown with weeds, thick grasses, and okay, called a wu. Let's take a look at the character. So this one goes with the grass radical on the top and the character of wu on the bottom. Okay, now this wu is actually it's the original character of dancing. That dancing, in Chinese, dancing also pronounced as wu. Okay, and so this character is the original meaning is dancing. So this is actually means that there are a lot of grasses. They are dancing in the wind. So which means that just overgrown grasses. Okay. It's a wu. Wu. Next one. Bi. Now, bi means despicable, despise, look down. Okay, look down, and also means like a low, mean, that kind of meaning. Okay, low quality. So that kind of meaning. Okay, So in usage, you sometimes to referring to that um, those remote, uh, desolate places, you know, and also to referring to a you know a poor condition of living places, and also referring to a poor characteristic of a person, which means that the person is not educated, very rude, very mean, that kind of character. Okay. Um, and so use it as a verb. That means you look down, you despise. Okay. So this is B. Let's take a look at the character. So this one, um, now on the top, if you look at the oracle bone character, so on the top there's a square. So the square means the place where people live together. Now the bottom is a character of the ling, which means granary. Okay, which means that people who store things. Okay, store grains, and now so this one is these two things together. The character is actually means like edge of the living district. Okay, and so in ancient times, that's how they arrange. They build those granary. They build this granary around it. Okay, around their living corridor, not corridor, living district. Okay, and oftentimes they will build the granary in a cool, place. They don't want to get sun, shine on it all the time, because they don't want the grain go bad, right? They want to keep it cool. Okay, and so now very cold. That's usually not the place that people usually like to live. Okay, so end up building those places in a place that somehow is not actually good living condition for people, but it's good for storing grains, and so because of that, they use this character to mean like this is not so good, and so on and so forth. Okay. This is B. Next one, 暇. Now 暇 means free time, leisure. Okay, a spare time that you have nothing to do. Okay, that's called a 暇. Okay, and let's take a look at the character. So this one you can see goes with the sun. Well, which means that related to time. Okay, and then on the right is 假. Now 假 has the meaning of borrow. Okay, it means borrow. Now, now, and you know that to be able to borrow, then you have to have asset. Okay, people who are willing to lend to you because you can't afford. I mean, you have the capacity to return. Okay, and so which means that this and this spare time, you don't have to do anything. That usually is because you have extra assets, then you kind of borrow the money. Okay, borrow the time from somebody. It's just you have work to do, but you don't do yourself, but instead you ask other people to do it for you. Okay, so that's the meaning. All right, so this is called a 暇. Next one, 次. Now 次 means defect. Okay, fault, defect, flaw, blemish. Okay, it's called a 次. Okay, now this thing, blemish, is usually not very severe. It's tiny tiny imperfections, things like that. Okay, and shortcomings, of a person, things like that. Okay, so it's called a 次. Let's take a look at the character itself. So this one, it goes with the sickness radical on the top. This sickness radical is a picture of a sicking bed. Okay, it's a bed for a sick person to lay on. Okay, and inside is the character of 此. 此, that means this. Okay, and now this is because this is a small blemish. If you don't pay attention, you probably don't notice. Okay, so that's why they use say, okay, here, okay, you have to point it out to be able to notice it. Okay, so that's 次. Next one, 对. Now 对 means exchange, convert, okay, or add. So 对 对. No 对 like 兑水兑酒, that means that you are mixing two liquid, like you have a liquor, right? So sometimes they pour water in it. Okay, 兑水. I mean, in Western culture, that you guys don't actually 兑水, but you add ice in it. That's another way to 兑水. Okay, so kind of reduce the alcohol content by volume. Okay, that's called 兑. Okay, another meaning is exchange or convert. Okay, like 兑换, like 兑外汇, that means exchange money, okay, into a different country's currency. All right, so because 兑. Now this character, the original meaning means happy. Okay, means happy. And you can see that's why when we'll look at the character, and they see look like if you look at the very old character, I mean, you can see that there's a picture of a person and with a mouth like wide open, and then has those fold on side of the mouth that represent that when you have a big smile. Okay, and so this is actually originally means that means happy, means joy, okay, of a person. All right, so this is but later they got the meaning of exchange and convert. I don't know why, I don't know how this thing came to be, really. Okay, but anyway, next one, 电. Now 电 means a flaw in a piece of jade. It's called 电. Okay, blemish, disgrace. Okay, metaphorically they're referring to a person, some kind of blemish, some kind of imperfection or flaw of a person. It's called some disgrace of a person, called 电. Okay, now this one you can see that it goes with the jade radical on the right, on the left, and then 占 on the right. Now 占 which means 占卜, which means divination. Okay, divination. Now when the ancient Chinese divinate, they usually they were heat up the oracle bones, right? Heat up these turtle bones, things like that, and until it's crack. Okay, and so they use that to referring to say, like, okay, if a jade piece that is imperfect, has a tiny crack in it, that's kind of thing, that's a small imperfection, is called 电. Okay, small cracks or small imperfection, impurity in a jade is called 电. Okay, and now use it as a verb. This character means like 玷污, 玷污, that means contaminated. Okay. That's the next one. 吝. Now, 吝 means stingy, mean, miserly. Okay. So which means that very stingy, very mean, that hoarding stuff, not willing to give out or use for by themselves, for themselves. Okay, that kind of thing. It's called the 吝. 吝. And let's take a look at the character. So this one you can see on top of that is a 文, okay, 文, and the bottom is a 口, okay, is a 口, and so this one, now this one is I think the original meaning of that, it's probably means that when a person who is very mean and very thrifty, very that kind of thing, very stingy, usually they kind of like to talk and talk away with some kind of justification why they need to do that. Okay. And so that's why they use a 文 and a mouse. Okay, just representing that they kind of talk to everybody into to justify what they're doing. Okay, because nobody likes that kind of person. Next one, 色. Now 色 has the same meaning. Okay, 色 has the same meaning, exact same meaning. Okay. Now, so therefore, like I explain to you all the time, and in Chinese they would like to put this same meaning character together to form a word to mean to carry that meaning. Okay, so 色 is exactly, 吝啬 is a common word. Now this one, you can see that so this one is actually, if you look at it, is collecting grains. Okay, that's the original meaning, collecting grains. So you see that there's a storehouse, and then there's a that's the grain piece right there. Okay, and yeah, so this is harvest the grains and store it. Okay, so this is emphasize what? Storing, hoarding, that kind of thing. Okay. Next one, 阐. 阐 means explain, clarify. Okay, clarify, explain, and clarify meanings. Okay, just called a 阐. Let's take a look at the characters. So this one, it goes with the door, radical, and 阐 in the inside. Okay, now 阐 has a meaning of big. Okay, has a meaning of big, open, that kind of the meaning. And so this is actually trying to say is make the door open, let you come in and let you see everything, so you can know everything. Okay, that's kind of that kind of meaning, right? 阐. Now 惜, 惜 means cherish or pity. Cherish or pity. Okay, so one is that you really cherish, you treasure something, or you kind of have a pity towards something. It's called a 惜. Okay, so and let's take a look at the character. So this one goes with the heart radical on the left. That's obvious. Also because this is referring to some kind of emotion. On the right hand side is the character of xi. Now xi, of course, represents the sound. Now this xi also means the past in time. Okay, something already passed, and so together with the heart, so probably, you can easily make sense that this is probably the person is kind of like hold on to the past, like constantly think about the past, think how regret about something happened in the past, things like that. Okay, and so they use that to kind of mean emotion who the feeling is kind of similar to. Okay, similar to that you because of some unpleasant things happened in the past that cause you that kind of negative emotion. Okay, and that's the feeling is similar to where you have a regret, or have you really care about something and cherish something that's really don't want to lose it, that kind of emotion. Okay, next one, 真. Now 真 means terrified. Okay, panic stricken, terrified, seized by the terror, okay, and stunned. Okay, so basically like and you don't know what to do. Okay, this is called 真. And usually causing people to become speechless and breathless and freeze and don't know what to do. Okay, called 真. So if you look at the character, you can see that it goes with the heart radical, of course, and then on the right is 正. 正. And 正 means upright, means just right, means correct. Okay, and so this is again one of the cases where in Chinese that they use an opposite idea, okay, opposite things to represent or express an opposite concept. Okay, so this means that when you are stunned, that your heart, your mind, your psychology is probably not just right, okay, balanced or proper, right? But which means you need to get it right, get it just right, get it proper, get it right, get it orderly, and so that's why they use this character to describe it. Okay, so it's called 正. Now this one has a second pronunciation called 正. Now 正 means alarmed or panicky, terrified, okay, be in a daze. So this is a 正, used as 正, which means it's a verb. Okay, so you are describing a person being terrified, stunned. Okay, next one. And 恶 means startled, stunned, astounded. Okay, very similar meaning. Okay, and so this one you can see goes with the heart radical, and on the right is of course it's carried the sound now, and means, if you look at the character, and you can see that this is it means that you got two mouses and a person upside down. Okay, and you can see that trying to express the feeling, right? Two mouses, that means that you're so stunned, and then your mouth open really wide, and you probably making some kind of screaming or something, right? And then upside down person, that describing that you're your emotional condition that is basically in big turmoil, that kind of condition. Okay, it's called next one, yeah. Hold on. Oh, I think we just finished. Okay, it should be end at the xi. All right, so we just finished today. Thank you very much. Okay, bye bye.